Hello and welcome to the GamerRoos Podcast. Today is October 11th, 2022, and today I am joined by Juvi Luna and George Petersen, once again, the original trifecta, and oh boy, do we have things to talk about. And this week, that's actually ironic because there's not a whole lot to talk about, but we'll begin. Juvi?
So for anyone, again, who does not look at anything on the internet, there was a specific Nintendo Direct for the Mario movie that came out last Thursday and was actually unveiled at New York Comic Con. And let me tell you, I have some thoughts. But before we actually talk about the trailer itself, I just want to say how they revealed it at Comic Con. They had Jack Black there sitting on a throne and just talking like Bowser. I'm so excited for him in the movie, and he sounds great in the trailer. But initial thoughts. Let's talk about like the graphics and how everyone looks, and then we'll talk about the big thing in the room, the voices.
They took away his ass.
Listen, Mario's never much of an ass man to begin with, but at the same time,
stars, accessories. Hank Hill looking ass.
It's funny because the trailer itself is very detailed. There's a lot of really good smaller bits that are present on the screen. At the same time, though, the art style is ever so slightly off.
It's weird. It's got that uncanny photorealisticness to it.
But it's also, like, if a perfect example is if you look at the Koopas, they have scales, but they're also round.
Yeah. It's an odd marriage.
It's weird. Like with Bowser, kind of like what you were saying. Like, he looks like Bowser, and he looks good, but they made him look like a turtle. And that just looks weird.
Another one is Mario. Like, he looks too square.
It's very odd. It looks good. It just looks odd. I could see myself sitting through the movie and not being too perturbed, but at the same time, it's like...
The one I'll give him is Toad's design.
Toad, it's hard to screw that up. I'm glad they did stick with the classic black, just straight black irises.
But I'm sort of sad they didn't take the Toads in the Year of the 1,000-Year Door because, like, they all just look the same but with palette swap. But in, like, Paper Mario, all the Toads look different. Like, they have their own clothes, they have their own styles, sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish they did that to make them more unique instead of just, like, copy and paste. Even if they did it for, like, a few here or there, but, like, shops. But it's just like, come on.
I actually like the gag where all the Toads are kind of copied and pasted, but, you know, they have, like, a different color palette. I think that's funny, but I can see your complaint. Like, if you're going to pour this much money into the movie, then, like, you know, go a little further. Beyond that, to talk about the voices, I have to retract my comment about Chris Pratt. I mean, he has 2 lines in the trailer.
We can't say much off of it. I can't form an opinion on it yet.
But your big moneymaker shot of let's go to the Mushroom King. It sounds like Chris Pratt like holding his nose.
Did you hear that? Did you see that Peach's design got leaked?
Through McDonald's, yeah.
McDonald's leaked it.
I didn't actually see the picture.
And Peach also looks very uncanny. It's the same thing with Mario where the face is shrunken down and the eyes are smaller. So it looks very weird.
But the irises are like huge.
Yeah, it looks very
anime.
weird.
It's very anime.
It's, you know what? It's a unique direction. Maybe it's kind of like the Sonic movie. Even when they changed the design, it still didn't look exactly like him.
Yeah.
Look, if we can bully one studio, we can bully another.
You know what? I guarantee you they're going to ADR the bit with Chris Pratt. They're going to get him back in the studio and be like, you know, hold a gun to his head and just, come on, a little more like Mario this time.
The French Mario sounds more like Mario.
Yeah.
Have you heard the French trailer?
No, I haven't heard the French trailer.
The French Mario.
He sounds like Mario.
He sounds like Mario.
Now, we did hear a little bit, like a very tiny, tiny glimpse of Charlie Day's Luigi. And it was exactly what I wanted. Just him running away from the dry bones. Just going, ah! Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
That works. That works. Charlie Day works. And I don't think anybody's doubted Charlie Day to this point. Because once you start hearing his voice, you're like, okay, that is a Luigi voice. Chris Pratt, on the other hand.
Mushroom Kingdom Here we come.
So, who was the wife from Bob's Burgers?
Oh my gosh, no.
No. Oh my God. Linda.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
It sounds like Linda. It does. It really does.
Okay.
Now, Keegan Michael Todd I think that's his name. The voice of Toad. I
Keegan
was
Michael
surprised. Keegan Michael Keys. I actually really like that voice.
It's Keegan Michael Key.
I need to hear more than one
Michael
line of it.
Key.
I need to hear more than one line of it to really cement my opinion.
But it sounds nothing like him.
I will admit, yeah, it does not sound like him.
Fair.
He actually is giving an effort on it, and I appreciate that.
Just, you have such a solid Mario brand up until this point that Miyamoto has cultivated for 20 years to both the benefit and detriment of the Super Mario Brothers series. That's a discussion for a different time. But to see any sort of departure from that is going to be weird, which is one way to say, I think Bowser sounds awful. Oh my God. Who's you? Stop me!
I hate to say it, like, I do like Jack Black, and I've seen him perform very, very well in other animated movies.
Jack Black is a really funny guy. Oh my God.
It does feel weird to have him voice Bowser in this direction. I feel like he can and has a very good potential Bowser voice, but I don't think he's been given the right direction for it.
Yeah, like there needs to be more of a gravel to the voice, but it just sounds like Jack Black, but ever so slightly in the back of his throat, somebody was like, okay, just a little bit of blues gravel. Who's gonna stop me? It's like, thanks, Jack.
I want the voice to be lower down in the chest.
Yeah.
Because especially when he does his, I do not.
That sounds closer, yeah.
It was a little closer, but especially the laugh. Between the laugh and the actual line, it was two different voices, and that threw me off.
At the same time, like also the line of who's going to stop me is so on the nose. Like I get it. They're setting up the reveal of Mario in the Mario movie, but it's like that is so played out. Audiences from 70 years ago would be going, gee willikers, that seems a little cliche. George?
Yeah.
Thanks, George.
Thank you. Love you.
It may be just me. I may be the odd man out, but I like it. I like Jack Black.
I mean, I am. It's weird. I'm in that middle ground. I like it. I don't love it.
I didn't say I loved it. I said I liked it.
I like how they make him look compared to Jack Black.
I like how he actually puts
in
more effort. Like,
to be fair, we've only really got the 2 lines from Chris Pratt so far.
That, and you never know which take they used for the trailer.
That is true. That is true.
Like, how many times have we seen a trailer with completely different takes?
That is a good point, because when Jack Black was in person at Comic-Con, he sounded really good. I would recommend taking a look at that video because I liked what he did.
So you're saying that possibly this trailer was used with earlier takes?
I think so.
Well, yeah, think about how early they probably, in production, they started to make it, because
it's been 8
we
years
only have
in the
one
production.
chance. We only have one chance to make an impression. We better use the earliest take so we can work more on it.
You know what? If that's the case, then I can see Chris Pratt coming back. But at present, I really don't like Mario's voice, and I really don't like Bowser's voice. Everybody else is kind of...
Didn't you say earlier that you were going to retract your opinion on Chris Pratt?
I did. And my opinion on Chris Pratt was, I'm hopefully optimistic. And now I'm...
Oh, God.
Oh, no. I'm trying to think in April where we're going to be sitting in the theater. I'm going to be 60 pounds lighter, and we're going to be sitting there going...
We're going to be sitting there just like Sonic Movie 2. However, we're not going to have as good of a time.
Yeah, we're going to be. Well, at the same time, I don't think anything's going to beat the Sonic movie 2, because the whole time I'm trying to guys, there are kids in the audience. Please stop swearing. And Squash is like, holy.
And then over here, I'm on the other shit, on the other end of the aisle, losing my shit, just like
losing.
I know I had to distribute multiple rabies vaccines to him, like. If it ever got to the point that it would have hit his central nervous system, Juvi would have been done for. I saved Juvi's life like 3 times.
And I felt bad for the kid in front of me. He was in the splash zone. But anyways, yeah, that kid did not get a ticket to SeaWorld, but but whenever I screamed,
What about Splash Mountain?
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw my own spit go flying during Sonic Movie 2.
Pretty sure I saw it.
With my 2 little souvenir cups that I bought that had nothing in them.
He started full and they end it full, folks.
Okay.
But anyways, yes. I am excited. I'm hopefully optimistic for the Mario movie. I like the way it looks somewhat. I like half of the cast. I'm excited to see what else it has to offer, especially with the other roles like Donkey Kong. I am excited to hear
that one I don't see working at all.
I don't see how.
Here, I'm on the other end. I think that is going to work perfectly.
Dude, it's whenever Seth Rogen voice acts, oh, that's Seth Rogen.
Well, here's the thing. I can hear him, I can see him adding like a at the end of every sentence.
Yeah.
And that's going to put me on my butt.
Okay, so there's this really old meme from 4chan where it's like somebody was pitching the Mario movie as an animated movie circa 2015, 2012, that sort of thing. And there was this edit that kept going with the trailer where Mario gets launched out of the pipe and all of a sudden you hear, "Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy." And
and it happened.
It almost did. Somebody edited the trailer like that. Listen, I don't use the term cringe very lightly, but I nearly crawled up my own ass when I heard that. And it took a couple hours to get back out.
Did you at least enjoy it up there? Did you make sure you had a clean colon?
I took a toothbrush with me and I scrubbed it on the way out, but
Movie's just sitting here lost.
Pipe cleaning?
he fixes the cable. I'm sorry, nobody's going to get that reference but me. Okay. Moving on to other news. Overwatch 2 continues to make headlines.
They had server problems all through.
Constantly. Constantly.
They had DDoS attacks happen to them. And I think what happened was someone liberated the models.
I knew you were going to go down that road. 4 days. That's how long it took.
Some 20-year-old in their computer room in the basement just trying to get models.
No. They're gonna make SFM animations. That's all. They're gonna do funny Junkrat.
This is purely for Gmod.
Purely for Gmod.
Purely.
I cannot wait to play as Kiriko on Gmod. Guess Who?
I cannot wait to play as Overwatch himself in Gmod.
Amen.
No, Overwatch 2 himself.
Oh, yes.
That's right. Overwatch does not exist. I do
Overwatch
have
squared.
the Overwatch disc, and I don't know what to do with it.
I have to say, I bought the Origin
Pizza cutter.
edition.
See, I could use it as a pizza cutter. I can make a mousetrap car with it.
Dude, I bought the PC Origin edition, and the one upside is it has a very high quality cardboard fold out that's part of the game box of the original cast. Like the original screen that would come up with all the heroes lined up and the white background.
See, what's funny about this is that, I know somewhere out there in Poland, slowly being consumed by the black mold, Ross from Game Dungeon is sitting there either cackling or fuming. So he was right about Overwatch, because you just can't play Overwatch at 1 anymore. Even if it has been supplanted by Overwatch 2, you can't play Overwatch 1, which,
is crock.
Oh, wait, some more gaming news. Stadia shut down.
Man.
Anyways, back to Overwatch.
Yeah. Some of the skins on it that are supposed to be legendary look worse than the original skin. And the original original Overwatch legendary, the character would be a completely different sign.
Completely changed, new voice lines.
Like Orisa would be one of her legendary. She was a forest fae.
Usually also has its own emote as well.
And Genji would be a demon.
Or Cookout 76.
Torbjorn with the beach. Or Reinhardt. Reinhardt had some of the coolest,
he had
man.
So many. Touchdown!
The Eisenwald one. The Eisenwald one was my favorite one because of the lore behind it, and you saw the in-game meaning of that skin. Now I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the Cyberpunk Battle Pass is missing half the Cyberpunk skins.
And even then,
they're all in the shop.
You may not even be able to play as some characters due to a glitch right now. So even if you bought a skin for a character, you can't even use it.
Oh, and they removed the options menu.
They also removed Bastion.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Rewind. How do you remove the options menu?
It was a glitch, I think.
Oh.
But they removed Bastion because there's a glitch right now where his ult is basically like a mortar strike. And it's supposed to be only 3. Well, there was a very easy to pull off, like you could accidentally do it glitch that would basically give you an unlimited amount. So you just saw it, and it would be like 20 mortars in this one area.
And I actually saw a clip of
Seagull.
someone was actually trying to run away from it. Most characters cannot outrun it. The only one that can outrun it is Lucio, and just barely.
You're talking about Seagull.
Then that
Seagull was a former professional TF2 and a former Overwatch professional. He
Barely
used to play
outran
for it was like they were targeting him. Like it was like 20 shots
following
at
him.
him.
It was following him.
And he had speed boost all the way up. It was just like hysterical.
Let's pump it up.
Well, in other news, the Halloween event for TF2 is live, the 14th one, and we recently hit the 15th anniversary, and I can still play TF2 just fine, access all my unlockables just fine, and there's new maps that you can
And
play.
this is
When was
why
the last time you got an
TF2 is
update?
better than OW2.
Earlier today, bug fixes.
That reminds me, I do need to hop
I mean,
on
like
TF2
major
again.
content update.
Oh,
I'm still waiting on the comic.
Scream Fortress this year. We get like 2 seasonal updates. Not major, but, you know. TF2 outlasted the TF2 killer. All of them, in fact.
Amen.
So.
Bonk!
Bonk! Bonk! The only ear that I use for my headphones now is the same ear that
It's currently ringing.
That I whisper sweet nothings into.
that had a gunshot go off like a foot away from it. Nothing can hurt me anymore.
Oh, do not challenge me. I have gone through the depths of YouTube.
Sonic is love.
Oh,
Sonic is life.
Nintendo took away the internet checkpoint.
The what?
What?
The YouTube checkpoint.
What is that?
There was a YouTube video that was on there forever. I mean, like ever, like since almost the beginning of YouTube. And it was basically, it was just like a sky screen with like some other stuff, and it was just a Donkey Kong Country 2 song, like a Donkey Kong Country song. And it was treated as like the internet checkpoint. If you got there, like you would leave a comment, and it was just like hundreds of thousands of comments, like millions of views.
I never knew about that.
I never knew about this.
Yeah, look it up. Internet checkpoint. Nintendo.
I never knew.
Okay, I
They
need to
took
do
it
some
away.
research afterward.
Okay, listen, I've hit a couple of credits themes at the internet. You know, like the Fly Me to the Moon with Patrick, like on the Seahorse. Like, I've hit a couple of credits themes. I've never hit the checkpoint. So unless I just beat the internet on hard mode.
I did not find this bonfire to respawn at.
Are you telling me that if I hit this internet
Maybe
checkpoint,
I was on easy mode. I don't know.
James.
Is this Peach or
Mario.
Oh, yeah, no wonder, because it's in Japanese.
Oh, well.
There were comments from all over the world on it.
Oh, sure, yeah, you go deep into any comment, and you're going to get some Brazilian guy going, "Come to Brazil."
No, I mean like top comments were English, German, Japanese.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Like it was a true internet
So
checkpoint.
desu ne.
Well, in other news,
Big House.
Big House.
Big House. So
10.
Big House 10. Of course, it is a big one. We had 2 new champions come out. One that I've been rooting for since day one, and one that I've been rooting for since day one. And that is Amsa and Riddles. Oh my god. Amsa played out of his mind.
Dude, he did more than play out of his mind. Dude, no one expected a Yoshi to win.
It is the year 2022, and Yoshi beats a fox and wins a melee tournament. Super major. That
He
is
beat
insane.
Mango
That
twice.
is insane. And Amsa has been playing for years, longer than you and I have been alive. He's been competing for that long.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's been competing since it basically came
granted,
out.
all of the melee
Well,
players
no, I
have
don't
been
know if- I
competing
don't know
since
if
we've
it's
been alive.
Since I've been alive. Like, I'm 24, so.
Okay, maybe not you. But me.
Yeah, you youngins in your technology.
See, I came out when Sonic Adventure 2 came out. So I'm legendary.
I came out when 9/11 came out.
Okay.
So you
Did I
cost
ask?
it. You cost it.
No.
He's not denying it.
I can't confirm nor
Government
deny.
guy, if you're listening to this, it's this man right here.
Apparently. I have no memory of the event, Judge.
So,
Sir,
George,
Your
you're
Honor.
24.
Yes.
So, you came out in 1998, which is Crash Bandicoot Warped. How do you feel? He's praying.
Do you get a certificate for being a part of the last millennia?
I get depression.
Checks out.
And a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Oh, they give those to everybody.
I didn't get one. I wasn't around when the read a book personal pan pizza coupon was around.
How were you not?
I wasn't, or well, I probably was.
Go find your
You
old
went to
school
Raytown. That
backpack.
explains why.
That is true.
Go find your old school backpack. Go digging around that little paper pile at the bottom of it that every kid had, and you're going to pull out this like ancient, expires in 2008 coupon that says, read 3 books and write their names, and you get a personal pan pizza.
Hooey. Ocarina of Time came out in 1998.
Crash Bandicoot Warped is better.
Hold on a sec.
Banjo-Kazooie
Wait
came
a
out in
minute.
1998.
Crash Bandicoot Warped is
Stop,
better.
stop.
Metal
stop.
Gear Solid came out in 1998.
Okay, you got me
gonna
there.
say-
Half-Life
got me
came
there.
out in 1998.
Oh,
Fallout
Wait,
2, Resident Evil
Half-Life
2.
came out in 1998.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Fallout 2 came out in 1998.
Wait, hold
Resident
on.
Evil 2
Stop,
came out in
stop,
1998.
stop.
StarCraft came out in 1998.
what do you mean Crash Bandicoot 3 is better than Ocarina of Time?
It is.
What are you smoking?
Mario
Crystals?
Party came out in 1998.
Okay, I don't care about Mario Party.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six came out in 1998.
What came out this year?
Yeah.
If I know.
Exactly, right? It's like 10 months in,
Nothing.
and we're like, we're rattling off just like,
Dude,
game of the
dude.
year after game of the year
Dude.
after game of the year.
Geck.
Okay, no one gives a
Gex.
shit about Gex.
Enter the Gecko.
No one gives a shit about Gex.
Hey, don't say this, Scott DeWaz. Don't.
Well, that's Scott the Was. I mean, I love him. Everyone loves him.
He
but
lives in
sometimes-
Ohio.
Sometimes he's wrong.
Dude, he lives in Ohio. He's a cryptid. He will find you.
There's somebody at the door. And,
I take back what I said about Gex.
I think he's leaving.
Thank you, Mr.
Come
Scott.
on, keep going.
Gex is very good, a very great PS1 platformer.
I think he's gone.
Okay. Anyways, yes, Crash Bandicoot 3, I think, is better than Ocarina of Time.
Okay, that's going to start a fist fight in certain parts of the country.
Oh, Sonic Adventure came out in 1998.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
Game of the year after game of the year. And what do we have? Like 10 months into 2022. What
speaking of-
seriously came out this year?
we
No,
have
speaking of Game
House
of the Year,
Party.
I have to say this. Speaking of Game of the Year, Ubisoft released Far Cry 6 Game of the Year edition. It won no
in
Game of the Year
1998?
No. Well, yes, they planned this a long time ago.
How very forward thinking.
Yes, but
And they're still on Far Cry 6.
it won no Game of the Year editions, and they released a Game of the Year edition.
We gave it game of the year.
No, I did not have this discussion.
I gave it game of the year.
You deserve to be taken out back and shot.
Well, okay, yeah, but besides that,
On your knees.
listen, they gave me like $5,000 to give it game of the year.
Only
okay?
5,000, you sucker.
Wait, but we get 20 views.
And
2-0.
wow, we get that many?
I know, right?
Wow.
Oh, thank you for listening.
Of course. Thank you all.
Thank you.
This
Thank you.
couldn't
Thank you.
be possible without you, even though actually
So
we'd still do it.
to immediately
that is
isolate the
getting
audience, baseball.
It's baseball time, baby.
Oh! My Cardinals are out.
My Mets are out.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
But you know who's still alive and kicking? My Yankees! Woo!
This is the part of the podcast
Where we take a body out back.
No, we already joked about murder this time. This is just where like the Mets fans and the Yankees fans go at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually
Be
play
careful
tonight.
where you sleep.
You don't know where I live.
Of what use is killing a Yankees fan?
I'll follow you.
They grow them overseas now.
We span multiple continents.
Technically. It's like being a Cowboys fan in Germany. Oh, yeah, we love the football, yeah.
Go Dallas.
Welche Fußball? Amerikaner Fußball. Ah, danke. Yeah, so we lost twice to the Phillies, and I mean,
I feel for you. I really do.
I mean, hey, the Phillies won fair and square. I don't think we put.
But
we
it's the
got,
Phillies.
I know.
It's the Phillies.
You could lay the blame at Ollie Marmol. I mean, we weren't really. Listen, this is classic Cardinals. You do fine in NL Central. You either clinch the wild card spot or you get first place, which guarantees you're going. You play 1, 2, maybe 4 games, and then you're out.
Yeah, the Mets had a 100-plus season win record, 100-plus game win record, and if they hadn't dropped the Atlanta series, they would still be in first place.
Okay,
but now
listen.
Now they're out 2-1 against the Padres.
Okay, one, we're talking about 2022 Braves right here, so you can't just say, oh, it's the Atlanta. No, it's the Braves, the 2022 Braves. And two, the Padres are a pretty good team. They've been a pretty good team the last few years. So.
Yeah, they're solid.
Yeah, very solid.
They're no Yankees, but they're solid.
The Mets have a 100-plus win record.
Listen, sometimes...
Tell me how it makes sense.
Listen, George.
Tell me!
Shit happens.
I know, it's a little Mets moment, man.
Everything's a Lowell Mets moment. You got a 100-plus game series, and everything's a Lowell Mets moment.
He's not wrong.
Man.
Listen, I sympathize. I really do. As someone whose team just got knocked out as well, I get it.
See, I sympathize with y'all. If only your teams didn't suck.
Oh, boo.
Hey, let's talk about Chapman. Let's talk about Chapman then.
Well,
Yeah, keep running your mouth. Yeah, the biggest baby in the league.
But he'll get a ring.
Not they cut him before. Dude's in his Miami mansion. Didn't even show up to practice.
Oh, that's who you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Right. How do you have this great contract with
because
the sports team that you made, you made it to this team out of 10,000 guys who didn't, and you don't show up to practice? What are you, stupid?
It's because he wasn't guaranteed playtime in the playoffs. And so,
oh, well.
Uh-huh.
My guy, you're still going to get the bonus.
Listen, if they told me, listen, James, all you have to do is there is a 0.1% chance that your ass is going to get stuck in right field. Just show up for practice and we'll give you $1 million. I'll say, okay, and show up anyways.
$1 million is on the low end for Chapman.
I don't care.
Money is money.
That's a job. Even if I'm just sitting there
I will go be a ball boy for $100, but $1 million, I will pick it up with my mouth.
Okay, well, I have a perfectly good hand. I don't need to get ball game dust in my mouth.
I mean, hey, if they wanted me to, though.
Fair enough, but they didn't stipulate that in the contract, so I'm picking it up with my hands.
Yeah.
Postseason blue.
Oh, did you see? It was, I think, Toronto. No, it was some Guardians.
Canada.
No, it was a Guardians game or something.
Oh.
The umpire was so bad. 80% called strikes and 80% consistency were correct.
It's crazy. I can call better.
In a playoff game.
What was the umpire's name?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
They will no longer be an umpire soon.
They won't have kneecaps soon.
Anyways, I want to sincerely congratulate the Dodgers for their 2022 series title.
You act like this wasn't already predetermined.
Yeah, I know. The LA put a lot of money to fix the game. Trust me, Hoovy. I'm rooting for you. I'm just saying, it's LA. They have the money.
Little scary.
It is.
A little scary.
But seeing as my
don't worry. They have this young rookie named Kershaw. Don't worry about it. He's a young guy.
We're rooting for you, Hoovy. We're rooting for you and your Yankees.
We need it. But we them bums.
Anyways, I want to sincerely thank you for listening to the GamerRoos Podcast. We try and upload every week on Wednesdays and Thursdays. My co-presenters have been Juvi Luna and George Petersen, and I am James Carrino, and thank you very much for listening. At some point, I'm not going to...